Alright, we're getting down to it now. We need to do some ugly horn rim glasses and put a little shine on them, and I think we can just about wrap this sucker up. So, can't see the horn rim glasses right now because our artwork is over top of it. So we're going back. We're going to control click on the visibility, and there are our glasses. The glasses are symmetrical. Whoa, what just happened? Control 0 to get that back. I'm going to hold down the space bar and the control key, and I'm going to draw a box around the glasses. So now I'm zoomed way in. And just to make sure that nothing happens, I think I'm going to add another layer, and I'm going to lock down layer 2. So layer 3 is where we are going to put the glasses. And since they're symmetrical, all we have to do is draw half of the glasses. So there is a hard way to do this, and there's an easy way to do this. So let's work smarter and not harder. So I'm going to click over here. I'm going to grab the pen tool. And you may notice that there are these pink lines coming all over the place. This comes from View and Smart Guides. If we turn this off, it's going to make our lives a whole lot easier. You'll notice that all those pink lines are not there anymore. If I hit caps lock, I've now got my precise cursor. So if I were going to cut these glasses in half, I can click here, and I'm going to drag my Bezier curve handle off a little bit to the right, to the left, and I'm going to come down to about here, and I'm going to draw another Bezier curve. It kind of echoes that. And you'll notice that I'm trying to hit as few points as possible. The more points you put in a Bezier curve, the more lumpy it will be. So here we go. We've got a horizontal curve. And we're going to come back up this way, and we're going to draw this curve. That may not be as easy for you, but just keep in mind, I've been doing this for a long time, and it's not all that tough. So the thing to remember about these curves is getting the handles in the right points. So this curve is a little bit long, but it does work down here. So you'll notice it's the same distance from top to bottom. If I put a point here, it's going to be lumpy, but that's okay. We can come back and adjust that later. I'm going to put another point in here, and a point right there, point here, and then we'll probably come down and finish this thing off. So the thing about a pen tool is that you want to close your shape. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're going to close it off here. And if I come down here, you'll notice that the cursor changes a little bit. There's a little circle that comes up in that bottom right corner. If I click on the Alt key over top of this, I've now turned off my Bezier curve handle, and I've got a square edge. So this is now a closed shape. If I want to fix some of these shapes, I can come in here and click on the Direct Selection tool. I can nudge this up and down with my arrow key. If I wanted to check this edge down here, I can change this Bezier curve handle, and I can make this go a little bit longer here, coming in a little bit more closely aligned with what we were seeing. Remember how this was too long? We can pull that handle a little bit shorter, and we can nudge this up a little bit. So that's looking pretty good, but to the astute observer, you may say, but Mr. E, that is just the outside shape. There's an inside shape too. Have no fear. We're going to work through that. So right now, our shape is this gradient. Let's come up here, and we're going to select this, and we are going to make it black. So I'm going to make it black using the swatch palette, and now you'll see that our foreground color is black. So just for giggles, we can collapse this menu, and you'll notice that if I control click here, it's solid black. Probably not what you were thinking we were going to do. We need this hole inside here, right? Let's create another shape using the pen tool, and this one should be a little bit easier. Okay, so now we have a closed shape. And we have two shapes in this layer. We have the inside shape is on top of the outside shape. And if we wanted to create a compound path, which is a really cool thing in Illustrator, we can select both of these using the selection tool. I'm holding down the Shift key and I'm selecting both objects. Honest I am. Let's do this. Why am I not getting this? I cannot tell if I have them both selected or not. If you come over here, yes, we do have them both selected. I'm going to come up here under Object, and I'm going to go to Compound Path, Make. And now, if we come up here, you'll see that we have a shape that goes over top. It does not have the highlight, but it's pretty darn close. So now that I can see the shape, I may want to adjust this just a wee bit. We can add an anchor point using the pen tool and come over here and just lift this up a wee bit, make that look a little more nerd-like. Now we've got some really fine looking nerd glasses. So we've got a left side, but we do not have a right side. Well, we've learned how to reflect things, and we can take care of that by Control clicking, Alt clicking. We're going to Alt click here, and we've got our dialog box. It's showing us that if we flip it, all we have to do is copy. So now we've got a pair of glasses, but it's two different shapes. So if I were to go back and look at this through the outline, through our preview mode, I can turn off all the other visibilities here. Here we go. There we go. And I can turn this off. I can see that my shape is not exactly meeting. So let's hold down the space bar and the Control key, and we're going to zoom in. If our shapes don't meet up, it's not going to work very well. So let's drag over one of these points, and now we have an overlapping shape. So let's zoom back out. We can hit Control 0, and then we can come back in and just make sure we've got this. So the only thing we're going to edit is in layer 3, and I'm going to draw a box just over the center of the nose piece. So now I have both of them selected. There's a really wonderful tool called the Pathfinder tool. You can come up here under Window, and you can select the Pathfinder. It's right down here. There's a lot of different things we can do, but this one right here, the Unite tool, is the best. So if I hold down the Control key and click, voila! Did you see the line disappear there? So that means that this is now one shape. We can come back and we can hit Control Y, and everything's back up in color. Looking pretty nerdy. Let's zoom out, take a look. There we go. We've got some real good looking nerd glasses. But if you notice, in the other versions, we have, I'm going to turn off the visibility here, there's a shine on those nerd glasses. And there's a way that we can get that shine to look really cool. So we're just about out of time on this video, and this is going to be one of the hardest parts of the video. So I think I'm going to pause in the interest of not running out, because my video time is limited to 15 minutes. So let's pause this, and I will come back in Nerd 5 and we'll finish this sucker up.